It was a day marred by violence. A suicide bomber blew himself up outside a polling station in Kabul, killing and injuring dozens of people. It was one of several attacks in the Afghan capital.
There was a blast and I fell down on the ground. Blood was everywhere and there were many casualties, but I don't know what happened next.
But the attacks haven't deterred people from casting their votes. An act of defiance despite the growing threats and tense security situation. This is the third parliamentary election since the fall of the Taliban in 2001. People here in Kabul showed up in the early hours at polling stations.
I will vote for someone who would work for Afghanistan and serve the nation. We need patriots who care about the country, these people that deserve to be elected to parliament.
I am exercising my democratic right. I want to choose the right person who will fight for my rights and the rights of women. If women vote in large numbers, their voices will be heard.
Extraordinary security measures were in place in the capital, Kabul. The authorities are taking no chances. 10 candidates were killed during election campaigning. The president suspended the election in Kandahar province after the Taliban killed 2 top officials there on Thursday. Election was also delayed in GHANI province following ethnic disputes.
What happened in Kandahar was a sad moment not only for the people of Kandahar, but for all of us. The decision to suspend the election was taken in collaboration with different institutions of the state. I've also appointed a committee to investigate the problems we face in GHANI.
This election was initially supposed to take place 3 years ago, but was delayed because of a political impasse that has crippled the country. The international community has been pushing for political reforms, a clampdown on corruption and reconciliation.
This is not like election in any country. It's a very special election for the Afghan people. So I admire their courage, I admire their will to choose their own future.
Election officials are using biometric voter verification devices for the first time to prevent vote rigging, but technical glitches slowed down the voting. The election has been extended for another day in some areas to allow maximum participation. This election is only a first step in a long political process. It will be followed by presidential elections in April. That's when the Afghan authorities will decide on pursuing political talks with the Taliban and forming a national unity government, a move backed by the US and others who insist there is no military solution to the Afghan conflict. Hashem Ahelbarra, Al Jazeera, Kabul.